Hello, everyone. We are going to be doing some Amazon Prime shopping, and I figured I might as well just talk with y'all about some of the cool stuff that I saw that's on sale. And if there's some stuff that y'all want to chat about too, that's totally cool. You can let me know if there's some stuff that you're interested in. We can chat about it, and I'm really excited for this. So I hope you're excited, and I'm ready to shop. Hope you're ready to shop. By the way, if you're already getting things from Amazon Prime Day, let me know what you're getting. Let me know if there's other things that I need to keep my eye on, because I'm like, oh, every time I start shopping, I'm like, do I need any of this stuff? Do I want any of this stuff? Should I get any of this stuff? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So let's have a little chitty chat. And hello, Annie. Great to see you. We are going to be doing some Amazon shopping. So I hope you're excited for that. I'm excited for that. If there's anything that you see as well in the little carousel, let me know that you're interested in, and we can chat about that like first or whatnot. I am live streaming up on Amazon, so hit the follow button if you're over here, and then hopefully you'll be notified when I'm live. So let's talk about some of the stuff that's in front of me. It could actually be the microphone that I'm using right now. Let's talk about some microphones. So I've got a few that I can talk about with y'all. And so I have to go through my little carousel and click on things. Here we go. What I'm talking into right now is the Shure SM7B. Now, on this side, and I can show you, which one are you? This is the Mv7 with the XLR input, and I have them both hooked up so I can actually even talk into them live, almost like I was prepared. Okay, let's find out which one you are. There it is. All right, let's bring these up to the top. All right, so not to be too confusing, but Shure actually has two of these. And so this one is the Mv7X that has both the XLR connection, which is this big fat round one here, as well as the micro USB one. So if you just want to go straight into your computer without an audio interface, then you can use this guy, just USB. But if you want to go through some sort of interface, like I'm using the Rodecaster Pro, I used to use the Scarlett 2i with a cloud lifter, then you can also hook up this guy here with the XLR connection into that interface. So this one is really versatile if you want to have the ability to do both. Both the Mv7 and the SM7B only have XLR, so you don't have the option of doing it with the USB. So that is important to note. Hey, Chad, how's it going? Great to see you. Do you know what I'm using right now to stream? One hint. All right, so let's chat about this really quickly. So all these different mics. Now, when we're looking at this, like I said, if you're using this mic and this mic, you do have to go into some sort of interface. So I am using the Rodecaster Pro. Now, the one that I'm using is the first generation of it, and it's still awesome for my needs. Do I want the second generation? Yes, but it's okay. And I noticed Rode usually never goes on sale. It's usually universally priced. It's one of those things like Rode and who else is like that? Dyson a lot of the time is like that, as well as, oh, there's another big one. Rode, and what was the other one? They're always Bose. Back when I used to work in a big box retailer, we would know. Like someone would be like, this is $100 cheaper somewhere else. I'm like, no, it's not. Because if it's on sale one place, it's on sale everywhere, because they had weird universal pricing that way. So let's talk about these though. The Rodecaster Pro, what's really cool about it is it has 4 different XLR inputs in the back. But additionally, you can hook up a Bluetooth connection. So what I will do when I'm live streaming, when I have my background music, oh, I can do that right now. I can set it up. I can show you how this works. One second. So I get music, background music from my friend Dee Nimmin and Nick Nimmin. They have a new company called Creator Mix, and they've created music playlists and music so that you can live stream with it. You can use it in your social media videos, and it's all royalty-free music. So I created a playlist. So I can set that up. And then let me just also make sure that this is hooked up via Bluetooth. Let me turn on my little Bluetooth button here. It's now discoverable. Now let me connect my Bluetooth. I should have done this beforehand. Sorry. I didn't think that I would actually play background music, so that's why. So let me go Bluetooth. Yes. Now I'm going to pair a new device. And so in here it says Rodecaster Pro. So I just have to connect to that. And all right, now on my screen it says your Rodecaster is connected to your Pixel 5. So there's that. And now that it's connected, I'm going to be able to go into my Creator Mix music that I have. And by the way, this Creator Mix is a public playlist, so you can find it on Spotify. You can find it on the Apple Music. And so I have it. If you search for me, then, or, I could probably figure out a way to send you a link. But so it's called Shelley's Creator Mix. I know, real. There we go. Real creative on that one. All right. So once I hit play on this, let's see here. Oh, yeah, unmute it. Here we go. So that is now music that's coming from Creator Mix. I'll leave it low. Hopefully it doesn't bother anyone. If it does, let me know and I can turn it down. All right. So that's how easy it was. One, you can hook up a Bluetooth, device, whether you have an iPad or an extra phone or something like that laying around, and you can pump in music. You could pump in, something else if you needed to. They also do have a cell phone input connection, which is basically a little 3.5mm plug. So you could plug that in as well. So you could have both. You could have both a cell phone and the Bluetooth and the 4 inputs. And so I actually do what I call Sad Song Sunday, and I will do one input for my microphone. I do one input with the 3/4 plug with the back for my guitar. And so I do acoustic music every Sunday. So I found it great to be basically my interface for that as well. There's also a lot of functionality you can do in here because there's a lot of built-in sounds. So if I want to do something like have everyone clap for me, something like that, I can do something like that. There's also some other sound effects. And so on this little pad, you can program it for different sounds. What some people don't know is there's actually 2 screens though. So you can go into your settings and then go from the first 8 and then go to a second screen and then have another 8 also programmed. So total, you could have 16 different sounds. And so there's some onboard memory in the Rodecaster. So you can hook it up through your computer and then reprogram the little buttons. And then they have these little cards like this. So mine are all labeled. It says laughter, harp, my intro music for my podcast, something like that. And then you can flip it over so that it can have different labels if you wanted to do something like that. So I find this really helpful to have some pre-built-in sound effects, which is kind of fun. All right. Then let me see here. One thing I also like about this particular Rodecaster is every single person who's hooked up with your headphones and such, they have their own separate audio knob for controlling the volume of the headphones. So I find that nice too. All right. So, but we were going back and talking about the microphones. By the way, the Rodecaster, when I bought it, was $599, and it's currently on sale. I think for Prime Day, because it wasn't just when the release of the Rodecaster Pro 2 came out, because it was still the same price. And it's on sale right now, I think, for Prime Day. So if you've been looking to get into it and you don't mind, this one is just a little bit bigger than the Rodecaster 2. And that one, it says maybe you don't need to use your cloud lifter. I don't think you have to use a cloud lifter. And I only do it for this microphone. I don't use one for this microphone or for anything else. So I just happen to have the cloud lifter because I was using the Scarlett 2i interface. So there's that. Let's talk about these Shure microphones real quick. So I'm going to come over here and let me see. Hopefully I can click on these. Yeah. So this one over here, Shure SM7B. This is that classic microphone. I've had this for years now, 4 years, 3-4 years now. This is absolutely my favorite mic because I also happen to have a little bit deeper of a voice, and I find that when I come into some of these, I am not as pleasantly pleased. I don't know how to say it with some of the higher and lower end, but I would say if you have a male baritone low voice, this one makes your voice seem a little lighter and brighter. So if you feel like you're a little harder to understand or it sounds more like mumbling and you need more of the like brightness factor, then you might actually be into one of these kind of mics. Just my 2 cents on that. Okay, and this is that classic Michael Jackson microphone. This is the one that he used to record the album Thriller. Like, this microphone has just been a classic staple. One thing I wish that this microphone had, just gonna put it out there, quick mute button like the USB ones do. I would really like that. I know you don't want that in a studio setting, but I've just always wanted that versus a physical button on like your interface or something else. But that's just a tiny, tiny little thing that I wish that they had. Just gonna put that out there. Okay, when we talk though about the little guys, we call them like the little sister, little brother. Let's talk about these. I want to make sure I talk about them correctly as well. Okay, so we have the Mv7 and then we have the Mv7x. So the Mv7, let me just make sure I get this right. The Mv7 is this guy that has both the micro USB and the XLR. This one should be the Mv7x, which is XLR only. So hopefully you can see here on the bottom of it. Only the XLR cable, no micro USB cable. But it does have, wait, where is it? But it does have the same touch buttons. Let me just make sure I'm not telling you a lie. Is that a lie? Let's go look. Let's go look. Okay. Mv7x XLR only. Oh, it doesn't have the touch buttons because the touch buttons are only activated when you're using the micro USB. So just also keep that in mind. So if you're using the Mv7, you will see, hopefully you see this here. This little screen here are touch buttons for volume up and down and a quick mute button with this little guy over here. This is reminiscent of the touch buttons that you see on the Mv51, which is this large condenser diaphragm like type mic, which I've loved this mic forever. This one's really cool because it has the headphone jack. The only gripe I have with some of the Shure microphones, I wish they would get off of the micro USB train. I wish they would convert over to USB-C. Just a side note. But this one is micro USB, has the headphone jack, and looks awesome. And this thing is like solid. It's like metal. It's like a really solid microphone. And it comes with this little nubby, actually. It's a rubber nubby on the bottom of this for traveling and setting down. This technically you can use with multiple devices because it comes with different cables. It has a micro USB to USB-C, micro USB to USB-A, and micro USB to Lightning. So technically you can use this on all kinds of devices. I guess I should have actually clicked on it as I was talking about it, right? So I find this to be one of the most versatile mics out there, and it just looks cool. I just think this one looks so good. I've loved this one for years as well. But back to the mics we were talking about. And if there's a mic that you want to chat about as well, let me know. I'm happy to chat about any of them and in whatever order you want. I'm just chatting with y'all. So, all right. So let's look at this. Mv7x XLR only. Would not have the touch buttons because the touch buttons are only activated when you are in the USB mode. Now with this, I think, again, keep in mind, no USB connection, XLR only, which means you have to go into an interface. Okay. And let's take a look here. This one is also really cool because as opposed to this guy, which you have to be like really up close and personal on for the best sound, this one actually has software that you can put in that is like if you plan to have it farther away from your mouth versus if you plan to have it closer to your mouth. So that it has like a near far type of different setting in the mic settings, which I think is really, really cool. So let's do this really quickly. By the way, these are two different arms, and this one's like a $15 one, and this one, if you can see it, is like a $70 one. And I like this one better than the Rode PSA one, which is like a $100 one, just FYI, because the Rode one doesn't let you swivel the microphone like all the way around. It like gets stuck on the little knobbies. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Up here, like this little guy has the knob. But like if you have it on the Rode one, it doesn't swivel that well. Also, it's this weighted arm. So if you take the microphone off, the arm like flies up, and I really don't like that very much about it. All right, so let's do this. Both of the microphones are turned on, by the way. So this is the Shure SM7B. This is the Shure SM7B microphone running into the Rode Procaster. If I switch to this one, this is the Shure. Oh, see, I already hear it. It's like more breathy and it's like just brighter. Okay, sorry. This is the Shure Mv7x Xlr podcast microphone. This is the Shure Mv7x Xlr podcast microphone. Let me know if you guys can hear a difference. I can hear it. Hopefully, I'm also wearing my in-ear monitor, so hopefully it's coming across as well. By the way, these are also something that we can talk about. These are my favorite in-ear monitors. I've had 2 different pairs of these because once I lost them, I was like, I have to buy them again. So I did. These are the 215s. These are the Shure SE215. So I bought these twice. I like that they have a little wrap around your ear, which is nice because I have ears that if you just put in the little ear part, they just fall out. I don't know. Tell me if anyone else is like that or if you are able to keep and maintain little earbuds in your ears all the time. I need to have the hooks. And I will say that these, at the very beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't put these in every single time like this. It was like, it was taking forever, but I have found that when you do this, it does get easier. For me, I found that once you put on the ear hook, then you turn this inwards and then you just push in is like the fastest way to do it. I don't know why, but like any other way for me just like confuses me. So I always do the ear hook, turn the mic in or turn the earpiece in and call it a day. And this is really cool because like if you actually notice it goes inside of the ear and then rests over the top of the ear. So if you're laying flat like on a pillow for some reason, I do that sometimes, but you could be listening to music and it doesn't like hurt. Because it's not like sticking out, so it's not painful. So these are actually really, really comfortable, and I feel like you get really good sound isolation with them. So these have been my favorite for many, many years. The only thing that I did change though, because the Rodecaster Pro is a little bit farther away from me, this is how long the cable is. I did buy a headphone extender cable. So I do this into the front of the Rodecaster Pro. I just throw it down the back. So hopefully, you know, most of the time you don't see it. And if I wear my hair down, it's pretty undetectable. And then I wear this all the time if I'm live streaming or if I'm listening and playing music. Like I said, on Sundays, I stream with my guitar and I have this microphone and I run it into the Rodecaster Pro and I'm able to plug one of these guys into the bottom of my acoustic electric guitar over here. So I just do that and it works out fine. Idris, thank you so much for the follow over on Amazon. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for following along. All right. So yes, this is the Shure Mv. This is the Shure Mv7x Xlr microphone. This is the Shure Mv7 microphone. This is the Shure Mv7 microphone. Both of them are still running into the Rodecaster Pro. So very, very similar in look because you can also get this microphone in black is going to be the Shure Mv7. Now, as opposed to the Mv7X, which has XLR only, this guy, like I said, has the added ability for the micro USB connection, which means no interface. Oop, Now, the nice thing about that as well, without the interface, means once you're hooked in through USB, you have access to these quick buttons, which are across the top and all activated, touch, and a slider for volume, the quick mute button. Now, one thing that's really interesting to note about these microphones, though, if you take a look at them, sorry. I'll say this is one of the downfalls of the Shure Mv7 series. If you look at the capsule and how big they are, these are not that different than the, I'm gonna bring it up here. One of the reasons that I wanted to show you the Shure microphones are on sale right now. So if you're gonna get some new microphones for Prime Day, get ones that are on sale, right? That's the whole point. These are not that different from some of the capsules that you would see in almost their handheld original XLR also mic. This is the 58. This is the PG58. So if you take a look at this, technically it's not that different, as opposed to you'll see a real difference here. Let me mute this microphone, hopefully, so you don't hear the rustling. All right, so when you take a look at this one, we've got some major differences in between this, right? There's a thumbnail for you. Right. So, I mean, if you look at this, you can understand why this one is a lot more expensive, right? At least you can for me. Let me mute this while I put the thing back on. Now, this mic windscreen cover has more of a, the shape of the mic in capsule, but they also give you the round one if you prefer that in the package. So just FYI. So hopefully you can see, I don't know. I feel like the windscreen on these are so much better. These are really cheap and flimsy, kind of, in my opinion. Sorry to Shure, are kind of flimsy in their cover. So a lot of people, and I would recommend it, my hair on there from a lot of people will end up buying replacement cover caps like this onto this one because it's just a higher quality windscreen to help with that dissonance and those P's and the S's, all that kind of stuff, that popping sound. So if you are looking to pick up one of these mics, it might behoove you to absolutely pick up a better windscreen like this. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me mute that. I think I do have an extra XLR cable? No, but I can at least unplug this one. Hold on. This is the Shure Mv7. This is the Shure Mv7 with the micro USB and the XLR, but I'm currently hooked up through XLR going into the Rodecaster Pro. This is the Mv7, Shure Mv7. This is the Shure this is the Shure SM7B. This is the Shure SM7B going into the Rodecaster. This is the Shure Mv7x. This is the Shure Mv7x. So if you guys are out there, let me know which mic you think sounds better. Trav out there, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you over on Amazon. If there's a microphone that y'all want to chat about, please let me know. Happy to change around the order and talk about any of these that you want. We did already talk about this one just a little bit, but let's finish it off. So we talked about the Mv7, which was this guy with both connections. I know, not to be confused with the Mv7x, this guy. Let's see here. And then let's also chat about the one that I showed briefly. So let's just finish chatting about this one. I freaking love this mic. Back before I got this mic, this was my jam. This was totally my jam because I could hook it up with my iPad. I could hook it up on my computer. I could take it with me like on the road with my MacBook, all of that stuff. Basically, this is the Shure Mv51. Like I said, it does come with a little rubber nubby that you can plug into the bottom of this. I just got a little mic stand for it because I wanted to be able to set it up on a table. But this one here, this one, again, it does have a micro USB connection, but it does have a headphone jack for monitoring your sound. One thing that the Shure SM7B does not have, or the quick mute button, which this does not have. But this one is a big, large diaphragm condenser mic. And this one comes with all kinds of cables inside. Like I said, micro USB to USB-A, micro USB to USB-C, and micro USB to Lightning. That's a big deal because the cables themselves are like $30 a piece for replacement. How do I know that? Good question. I'm so glad that you asked. I'd love to tell you. Because I've had to replace them because I've lost them. Not because they broke, because I lost the cable. So, oh, that stupid micro USB to Lightning cable, that one was like $30. I listed it in the thing just so you know like what piece you can buy, because there are some other mics that you can purchase if that all run with the same cable. So if you need to replace that cable, sorry. I've tried to find like replacement ones. I ended up finding something that was like for a drone and it wasn't for a microphone. Just buy the cable. It sucks. So try not to lose your cables, okay? Because it totally sucked when that did happen. One other thing that is interesting about this one, it also has these different presets, which is kind of fun. So it has like, oh, like this flat, or like you're playing acoustic music, or like music in general, or you're doing a lot of speaking, or you're doing like in a large room type setting. So you can actually just touch as you kind of go and like choose a mode. So you just hit the mode button and it kind of like cycles through, and everything is really easy to read because there's just little LED lights that like pop up. And then this little slider down here is your volume control, and you just kind of doop, doop, doop. And then you can kind of just hit the button for muting. So easy. So I think this one is really versatile. I think it just sounds really, really good and full. I love this mic. So if you are also looking for a mic that you can use on different things, that is good. Or you can take a look at their, I guess we'll start with one it's good for what it is, but if you spend, if you spend just a little bit more, then you get cooler bits. So let's talk about this one. This is the Shure Mv88. How cute is this? It comes with its own little zipper bag that has like just a little thing with, yeah, it's just big enough for the mic. This is it. This is how big it is. This is like so easy, but I am going to talk about some of the stuff I don't like about this mic. It's not all sunshine and rainbows with this one. So pull off the little wind foam cover here. Here is your little mic. Now, one thing that's interesting about this one, it will bend only one direction. Boom. That's it. You get a 90 degree, but that's it. That's all you get. So if you want to actually fold it down this way, you have to take it out of the phone or whatever, turn it around, and then flip it down this way. This out. I'm going to move this. So if that's an inconvenience for you because you end up changing directions, then you will have to take it out and do that, because it will stop. It only goes the 90 degrees. That's all you get. Now, these are kind of cool because they come with an app that you download for your phone. It's the Shure Mv app, and you can do different things like change the pattern, change the wideness of, I don't know what to call it, the polar pattern. Not quite that. You can change it from like a cardioid, which is like that sound in front of you, like a little heart. You can widen up that angle of it. You can change it to a left and right stereo. You can change, like, in different scenarios, you want different types of ways that you can use this. So this is really nice for that. Here's another thing I don't like about it. This one only works on devices that are Lightning. Okay, which doesn't seem that bad in theory. except you also have a problem if you have certain phone cases. It's not tall enough to fit in some. So that means you have to actually take off the phone case in some instances to be able to use this. So that's not the best. And that's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna put that out. It's kind of annoying. But you cannot beat the portability factor of this. Like, it is so portable. It's so easy to just pack this in your bag. Like, it's phenomenal for that. If you can go with those limitations, then you're gonna have a great time. So there's no additional cables with this. There's no anything else that you have to carry. I think it's nice, but they did later upgrade, because what if you also then have an Android phone or an iPad that's USB-C? Then you had to graduate into this guy. I'm going to show you here. I have two of these, so I'm just trying to make sure it's all put together correctly. All right, so let's talk about this. This is the big sister, big brother, however you want to say it. This is the Shure Mv88 Plus. Now you can get it in a kit that comes with basically a little phone holder. I replaced the phone holder and I got the little Ulanzi one. This one is my favorite. I always get the ST02 because it has the 1/4-inch screw on the bottom as well as on the side. So if you want to go horizontal, vertical, whatever, especially if you're using, because they give you a Manfrotto Pixie just branded with their own name on it, but everyone knows it's the Shure this is the Manfrotto Pixie one. But one thing with this, in their older iterations, it only ever goes up to a 45-degree angle. So if you want to shoot vertical, you're just out of luck because the other mount doesn't support that. So if you get something like this, unscrew it, screw it in here with a 1/4-inch. Yeah, so that's a huge big brother. But if you think about it, the Mv88 and the 88 Plus, let's show you this real quick. There are definitely some big advantages that came when they did this. And so let me show you real quick. So this is the 88. This is the 88 Plus. Okay, so the 88 has the lightning only on this one and only goes 90 degrees. The 88 Plus, a few different things about this. First, here's your size differential on the little microphone part at the top. But so you can see it's considerably longer than the other one. But that's because, first of all, they're back to the micro USB connection here. But what they did give you here is they had to give you room for your headphone monitor input. So you have your input here so you can listen through headphones if you want to monitor your sound, which can definitely be a big win. Also notice on this, there's no moving part. It just is, it is what it is. So if you have something like this and you want to change the direction, it does have this little microphone holder. So you end up having to take it out, turn it around, do something like this, or turn it on your little cold shoe mount at the top. The bad thing is, though, with something like this, the big brother, you have to, because the microphone sits like this, you have to have some way to hold it. That means you always have to have some sort of cold shoe mount and then your little device on top, which means this does not pack away as easy as this little guy. Like, so you're sacrificing the size and portability. And another thing is, if you have this guy, it comes with a litany of cables. So you've got, again, the micro USB to USB-C, micro USB to Lightning, and micro USB to USB-A. So you have all the same cables that you get with this guy, which means you have to carry all the same cables or the cables that you want. So if that's a big con for you and you don't want to have to be messing around with having a little baggie of cables, then, you know, if you only have one iOS device and you just want to put it in here, there you go. You could do that. Or if you're going to have that many cables anyway and you want like a big mic, it just depends. You want portability? Do you want... It depends, right? Hello, Adam's Exploits. You said, I have that. I think it's an earlier model. I did a live stream in the Mandalay Bay reception. Sound pickup was great. Yeah, you have to take the phone case off for some to be able to use this because of the shallow depth that it is. Yeah, so I have a phone case on right now. Let's demonstrate. I don't know if... Yeah, so this phone case that I have on right now, this would not be able to use this without taking the phone case off. And for some, depending, that's just a big pain in the butt to have to be able to, or you have to have one of the phone cases that's open along the bottom. You've seen the ones more so like this guy that's open all along the bottom. So if this were micro USB or something like that, then you could go straight in and you wouldn't be like blocked. So a phone case like this would be required if you wanted to do something like that and not have to take off the phone case, unless it's like one of those super slim. And you can see this isn't like a super bulky phone case or anything like that. But yeah, you'd have to take off this. Whereas this guy, this guy, you would just end up having to do something like this. And then you would end up doing something like this. And then you would have to run your cable from the back of here into your phone or your iPod or whatever else you're using. So just something to keep in mind. With great power comes great responsibility. So with the options that this one is going to provide you, you're going to end up paying for it in terms of having to carry around something like this that always has a cold shoe mount, that always has cables, a litany of cables to go with it. So it depends on how you feel best about it. But I will say this is a really great solution, especially if you're doing like mobile vlogging. Speaking of mobile vlogging though, if you want to talk about that. Anyways, if you're out there and you want to talk about a certain microphone that you see in the carousel, please let me know, because we're just winging it over here. We're just winging it. Okay, let's talk portable mics though. This little guy here, I'm going to put this one away. So I'm going to say if you're going to get the Mv88, the original, just know you're going to have to also take into consideration which kind of case you're using for it. But like, you can't deny that packs up real nice. All right. This is a great little option though if you are looking for a portable mic for vlogging. This has your little fuzzy, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone. It's a dead cat. That's just what they call it. I'm sorry. This little fuzzy little outside thing is called a dead cat. I'm sorry, I didn't make up the name. All right. Once you take off this little capsule here, this is what you get. This is the Deity D4. Yeah, this is the V-Mic D4, pretty sure. So this is what this looks like here. So it's nice and small and compact. This also has an input and an output. So you can go from here in to something else as well, which is rad. But you do have to take off the little windscreen for that to happen. Now, this guy here, here we go. Boom. This little guy is meant for your little kind of vlogging unit. Do I have my camera one over here? Oh, no. Well, let me at least put it on here, something like this. So the way that this works is going to go on your little cold shoe mount, something like that. You'll screw it down to tighten it. So imagine this is the top of your camera, I guess. But you'll be, I mean, there's not much to this one to say, really. This is, let's see here. Let's go look it up. You buy it for the portability and size. It comes with a TRRS cable with it, which is nice. So you can go right into your a windscreen. Okay, we'll just call it a windscreen. The nice thing about this and all the other couple mics that we talked about too, you don't need a separate battery pack for it, as opposed to some of the others where you have to charge them up, which when I had the Rode video mic Go, which not the Go, but it was like the little capsule shotgun mic. The first generation of it used 9-volt batteries, which are just a pain already to go find, right? But the second, like if you don't turn off the microphone, it would just continuously drain your battery. So then you'd go one day to record and your battery would be dead. which is a real pain. So they did finally in the second iteration make one where it is rechargeable, thank goodness, which was a nice touch. Big dog, hey! Oh, great to see you over on Amazon. Thanks for visiting me. We're doing some Amazon shopping, you know, as we do. So this guy here, though, super ultra lightweight and portable. And one nice thing, if you didn't know, this little, like the little rings on, hopefully you guys are seeing this, the rings on the cold shoe kind of like clamper. If you go out of the microphone, this little channel is just wide enough to basically hold your microphone cable and have it not jitter around and then cause sound and stuff on the microphone. Let me see if I can show you. Try not to hurt myself as I try and like basically. There we go. So these are the little cables that it comes with, like this. So if you were to plug in here, so you can see that it's hanging out here. You can see that depending on where you have your little guy, you can actually just press your little microphone cable in. So that means this piece up here isn't getting constantly jingle jangled from the cable. So if you aren't doing that, maybe take a look at that, because sometimes if that microphone cable is rubbing on your microphone, then you hear that sound. So if you want to do that, have less cable management, kind of like worries and whatnot, it goes right there. Just an FYI. So you don't need any kind of external batteries with this, thank goodness. So it just runs off of the device and draws power from the device that you're using. So if you're putting this on top of a camera, there you go. There you go. And it does come with the little windscreen. It looks like that. So there's that. Now we can talk about his, her, big brother, big sister, if you want to do that. And that is going to put us into a rechargeable type of guy, girl, whatever. It's just going to be this one. This is the V-Mic D3 Pro. Let me show you this. Still digging on the music. And again, remember, the music is coming in through Bluetooth into my Rodecaster Pro, so I can play it in the background. Just super fun. All right, so this is the Deity V-Mic D3 shotgun mic. I don't know. This is a super cardioid, and take a look at this guy. Like, it's serious business. You could also mount this like on a boom pole. If you want to use it in studio, you can keep it on your camera if you want to do something like that. It's kind of a fun one. Now, this one, the nice thing about this one, it has an on-off switch and like a decibel changer, but it's all charged through it's USB-C. It's USB-C, and it's here. So as long as you like plug it in, like and charge it for just a bit, like you're good to go pretty much all day long. This also has a headphone out jack, so if you want to monitor your sound, you can totally do that. And then on the back, it actually has like a circular knob that you twist, and this is going to be able to give you additional like decibel gain. And so if you're into that, which you should be, because you should be a little bit lower, you know, on your camera, turn it up on your microphone, make sure you don't get like in the bad peak ranges. But this one is like a pretty serious microphone. Like this one, I really like this one. And let's talk about this one real quick. This also has let me see here. The ability to come out. Let me show you this. Boom, 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 boom. A set of cables that come with. You get a you get a USB-C charger, and you get a TRS cable like this guy. You can also hook this up to like your cell phone if you wanted to, I suppose. And then one thing that I think is really, really cool is I was having the hardest time when I had my iMac, and I was trying to run this into the computer, and then eventually I ended up only being able to do it through the Scarlett 2i, but as you know, those have a XLR only input. So I actually purchased this little attachment, or I don't know, transformer, whatever you want to call it, and this goes from XLR to 1/4-inch plug. So I was able to go into my Scarlett, or I could go into my Rodecaster. It's not charged. We could try it though. We could try it, and I don't have any experiments. Maybe we'll give it a shot. But basically you plug this in, and then I used this cable to go out of here, and then it would go into the front of this guy, and then I was able to use this in my Scarlett. And for some reason that was just the only way I was able to ever make it work, but it did work. Maybe we'll give this a shot. Let me see. Hold on. I think I have number 4 open. I think I have spot 4. So I just need a place to hold this. Let me use this guy real quick. Oh, this guy is like kind of stuck on. I need a different one. Oh, I have another one. Adventures in live streaming. Let's do this. Oh, yes, let's do this. Hold on. We're going to make this work. We're going to also be talking about cell phone accessories. I love cell phone accessories. All right. I have another Manfrotto Pixie here. This is the Kiwi Photo rotating phone holder. I like this one because it also has a cold shoe mount on it. So we're going to use this. I'm going to throw this back in its little doohickey. Have y'all been purchasing things from Prime Day already? Did you find any spectacular deals that we should all know about? I'm this close to getting one of those electric scooters. I don't know why, but you can't stop me. All right, I'm gonna put this guy on. And put the little windscreen back on. This one is really cool though, if you didn't see, because it's like, I don't think you can see it really. It's cut out. It looks like little cat ears to the same input as this guy. So it shoves right in there and goes nice and flat. I love that about this. All right, there's that. Now let me put this on here. Mad at me. Oh, I think I had something stuck in here. Let me see if I can. Well, it doesn't have to go on there all the way. We'll just do this. By the way, if you guys can't see, this has a little bit of give, so you can actually push it backwards or forwards on where it is on the mount. So you can see it's like here, and then you can push it back here. So I'm going to push it forward because this mic is going to be a little bit away from me. And then I'll do this on the output. I don't know if it's charged though. Let me, by the way, this one button here is how you turn it on and off. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was dead. Oh, maybe. All right. So you can do this. And then, where are you hiding out? Oh, this little yellow clip is in the way. Let me turn this off. All right, we are plugged into the Rodecaster. It's mad because it's a short cable. I know. All right, so let's try this. Oh, I think it might have died. Let me also plug in. Let me also plug in the USB-C cable, just a random one, so I can charge it. I wasn't planning on hooking up this mic, so. Ooh. Oh, all right. I'm gonna turn that on. Testing, testing. I'm gonna do phantom power to it. Here we go. I'm gonna turn that down. It might be pissed. All right. It might also have a little interference from the fact that I just also plugged in the USB-C cable for it while it's charging. All right, so here we go. Let me mute the other one. This is the Deity V-Mic D3 Pro Super Cardioid Directional Shotgun On-Camera Video Microphone with Rycote shock mount for DSLRs, camcorders, smartphones, handy recorders, tablets, laptop, and body pack transmitters. That's not my title. That is me reading the product title, okay? But it works well as a good audio test. So let me know how you guys think that this one sounds. Obviously, I haven't done any adjustment through the back. Let me do some. Let's take a look at where it's at. Here we go. Now I turn it up to about 4. So this is the Deity V-Mic D3 Pro Super Cardioid Directional Shotgun On-Camera Video Microphone with Rycote shock mount for DSLRs, camcorders, smartphones, handy recorders, tablets, laptop, and body pack transmitters. This is the shotgun mic, the D3, the Deity V-Mic D3 Pro. This is the Shure SM7B. Here, let me mute this one. This is the Shure SM7B. The Shure SM7B. This is the Shure Mv7. This is the Shure Mv7. I definitely hear that feedback though on the number 4. This is the Deity V-Mic D3 Pro. This is the Shure Mv7. This is the Shure SM7B. Shure SM7B. All right, can you guys tell me? I'll turn them all on. Let's see. All right. And they're all at the same audio level. Feel free to tell me which one you think sounds better. That 4 is definitely giving me some feedback though. Ooh, that was kind of fun. That was a fun experiment. Oh, I'm all kind of blurry. It's mad. It's trying to focus on the deity. Let's turn you. How about that? Oh, it's so mad at me. There. Come on. No, I think not while that deity's in that condition. How about me? How about my face, Sony? Come on. It's supposed to be the best autofocus. Do I have to turn? Okay, wait. Let's turn this down. There it is. Wow. There it is. All right, I'll unplug this one so it doesn't give you the feedback while I'm charging it. We can come back to it if you guys want to talk about that one some more, though. Let me give it some time to soak up some battery juice. It's so mad at me for that. All right. Hurley, thank you so much for the follow over on Amazon. Appreciate you. If there's a microphone that you guys want to chat about, please do let me know. All right. We've started into the realm of some of these cell phone accessories, and some of these can also work with that. So I want to talk a little bit about cell phone accessories. I have been on a quest, y'all, to find some really cool portable tripods, because I don't want to actually travel with like a real tripod that you have to set up with the multiple legs and, you know, nope. So I want something super compact and portable. So I was on the hunt for the best like little selfie stick kind of situation. Now I'm going to show you one. It's not my favorite, and I can understand why some people like it. And I'm gonna let you all be the judge of it. You've already seen it. But that's this guy. Now, this guy, this is like the UV size one. It's about 60 inches, and it has these little pieces that you kind of do that situation. And then props is the Pro. The legs go fairly far apart, which gives it a more stable base. And it does have these little rubber tips on the end, so it makes it, if you're like on pavement or something like that, kind of give better grip. Here's what I don't like about it. This is its most compact size, which is still a good like 18 inches tall, something like that. And then like when you put it on your backpack, depending on how big your backpack is, it just like sticks up too much, even on the water bottle little side pockets. So this one is nice, but it's not that super comfortable in the hand, I would say, as you're like gripping onto it, because it's like, you know, these little separate leggies that are coming out. And it does come with a US, like a Bluetooth remote, which is nice, but like I have a million Bluetooth remotes, so that's not even the biggest deal. Put that. So I started looking at alternatives, right? I have 3 different ones. I'm so excited to share with you. 4, 5. I have 5. It's so ridiculous. I was on the hunt though, y'all. I was on the hunt for best kind of like cell phone setups. So this is one that you've also already seen. Manfrotto, Pixie. Let's see here. I keep forgetting you have to like hit the product that you're actually talking about, but it's in a carousel of like 30 products. So I got to find it. This is also the same tripod that you get if you get the little Shure Mv88 Plus kit, which is nice. Did I not put the little Manfrotto in here by itself? I don't, maybe I didn't. Okay, doesn't matter. So this is the Manfrotto Pixie one. This is the Shure one that you get in that one. But it does have this little articulating ball head. You push this little button to press it, turn it around. But like I said, you only get a 45-degree tilt on it. So I always go with the Ulanzi ST02s, which are the second generation of this little aluminum guy, and it has the hole in the bottom as well as the hole on the side, which is nice. If you want to take this off, mount it vertically, then you can certainly do that. So that's why it's always my pick. And I know some people aren't always as big a fan of the screw down because they think it takes longer. I like it because I feel like my phone is more secure in it. And because of the depth and distance in this one, I found that this particular phone mount on my phone that has like a pop socket on it, this is one of the few phone mounts that will still allow you to keep not only your phone case, but if you have like a pop socket on, a lot of others won't do it, but this one will allow you to still have a phone grip on, like a pop socket, and go in there. Plus, I like how like tight and secure it is, so that's why it's always my number one choice. There's others that I will use, but they're not my favorite. So that's this guy. The second one that you saw was the one that's currently holding on the little Deity mic. Just as an alternative phone holder. This guy, you mount once. This is the Kiwi Photo one, and it does like rotate. I do like this one because it has the cold shoe mount up top for if you have an additional accessory like a little light or a microphone, you can do that. This is the pull apart kind, and then it just holds together with tension. Not as secure in my opinion, but a fine alternative. So there's that. Then the next option, I know what you're thinking. It's like, it's ridiculous, but like I'm doing all of this research, y'all. You don't even have to do the research. This is the Switch Pod. Maybe some of you have seen this. This one has a claim to fame. It was also invented by Pat Flynn. And it holds a lot of weight on it. And the thing about this, it's made out of aluminum, so it's pretty lightweight. But the cool thing is it slides out, and this is basically your legs. And now it's a tripod. And a lot of people like this, especially if you're vloggers, because it is also ergonomic to hold it this way and have the phone still facing backwards towards you, or your camera or whatnot. And this one is rated to hold a lot more weight than most. If you look at some tripods, it'll be like, please don't put anything more than like 1.5 pounds. And if you've got like a Sony A7S III and a G Master lens on there, like it's pretty serious business. And yeah, it's a lot heavier than probably some of those mobile tripods would be able to hold. So that's why you pay a little bit more for this one, because it can hold so much weight and support everything. The one thing that maybe is not my favorite about it, when it first launched, it didn't have like this articulating ball head kind of thing up top. So that is a separate piece that you buy separately. So I did that. And then I bought like a phone mount holder like this, kind of like, or the Kiwi one that I just showed you, or the Ulanzi would be fine. Because then you can rotate and do like a vertical, horizontal type of thing. But actually, I would probably do this in the Ulanzi, because with this little guy, then you can turn it on its side and you wouldn't need to be having the extra height on here. So let me show you what that looks like. Wow, you really put that on there tight. It's mad. Maybe it's just going to hang out there for a while. Holy bejeeves. Wow. Way to go, Shelley. I didn't know you had it in you. There we go. Ooh. So you can tell This one is obviously going to be a lot higher, so it's going to be even taller. But like I said, you could still also mount this one vertically. And the way that works, we're going to take this. And the nice thing is with this guy, there's one on the side. And then I would definitely recommend the Ulanzi with this one too, because the phone, because it's sitting in that front part, will have more distance and clearance from the round plate of the phone holder. So you should still be able to fit it on here. Whereas some you may not be able to. So let me put that on here. Tighten that down. So there you go. So then you can be holding this one. Oh, let's turn it. If you're doing a self-vlogging type of situation, you can be carrying around, talking to yourself, filming your little TikToks, whatever else, and then be like, boom, set it down on a table, keep going. You're good to go. So this one offers some versatility, and it offers more of a heavy duty, being able to hold more weight. So this one holds like a considerable amount of weight. Let me see if it even lists. So this is really good for vloggers, but if you need something that goes up and down quite a bit, it may not be your favorite. I don't think it lists. I know at one point they had like a demonstration where someone was like standing on it. I don't recommend that, but it should handle pretty much any rig that you've got sitting on top of it. So there's that. Okay, now we're going to go into ones that actually do have some height adjustability. We still have so much more to talk about. I forgot. Wow. Okay. Wow. I put a lot of things in here because I was super excited to chat with y'all about all these fun things I've been discovering lately. All right. We're going to start with one. Oh, shoot. Did I not bring it? I didn't. It basically looks like this guy. So let's talk about this one. This is the Autumn-Tech 51-inch selfie stick. This looks like a little baton. One thing that's nice about this, it does have a micro USB, but rechargeable Bluetooth camera remote that hangs out in the tripod itself. So when you're ready, you can tuck it all away. So that's really, really nice. Another thing about this one, some of them you'll see don't have it, but this one's important. It has a little push button at the bottom. So when you push it, then the little leggies will come apart. Some of them don't have that, and you actually have to just like pry it apart with your fingers. So that's not the best. But I will say one of the nice things about this one, they have a 51-inch and a 60-inch. This is one of the widest like leg bases, I don't know, that you'll see. And they do have little rubber bottom pads and then once you push it down, that is going to spread the legs on there. So you can set it down on the ground. And then this is interesting. Because as opposed to some of the others, are you shopping? Good. I've got so many we can talk about, dude, seriously. As opposed to some of the others that have like this little ball head that will pop up, this one doesn't have that, so it doesn't get in the way. So this little guy just kind of goes like back and forth like this. And then it is a tension mount one, so you just end up pulling apart like this. So it'll go 51 inches tall. It's pretty sturdy on this guy, and then pops down nice and small like this. So, and you could also use it as like a little selfie stick, which they say. I don't know how many people are doing that, but it's an option. So that's the Autumn-Tech. Now, we're going to go into, though, maybe a couple that I like a little bit, maybe more than the Autumn-Tech. This is the one that was a real surprise hit for me. Man, this checked so many boxes. This is the 62-inch, so it's even taller. So 62 inches on this one. And it has this little phone holder part. And it's included, which is really, really nice. But check this out. So you can take that off and put it on. But even with this on, it fits perfectly in my, and I can show you the Peter Mckinnon everyday backpack. It fits perfectly on the side. It's so great. What I love about this one, once you put this in, this one has a 180-degree rotation. So if you want to go back, forward like this, genius. Genius. Also, you can, of course, turn your phone and you can go, sorry, there's a lock and an unlock. You can go vertical, you can go horizontal without having to take the phone out, which is great. And you also get some tilt backwards towards you. So if you're using it like a selfie stick and you want to have it coming back towards you, perfect. The only thing that this one doesn't really have is the cold shoe mount. If you have an additional light, mic, anything like that on it, but I'm going to show you one that does have that. This one though, this one has a cool feature. It has a locking ring. So also if you want to lock it at a certain height, you can, but you unlock it by turning this and then you're able to, this one is a pull apart, but it's not as bad as some of the others. Pull it apart. This one spreads really low to the ground, which is nice. Then you turn the rings to lock it and it will stay that height. So there's no like slow creep down of something like really heavy on it. Genius, genius, genius. What this one also does not have, this does not have like a little built-in Bluetooth remote, but I didn't care because I've got like, I seriously have like 15 little Bluetooth remotes. So that's not even a big deal. And even when I have them, I don't use them that often. So there's that. So there's that guy. This one is like perfect. It also comes with a GoPro attachment included. You don't have to buy that separately. So this one gets high marks in a lot of different ways. I really, really like this one. One other one that I really, really like though, we have to talk about this one. I have two of these. I bought one and then I found out it went on Prime Day special and I brought another one. I bought two. So I'm not sorry either. This one is the 64-inch. So I know they all look very, very similar, but I told you I was on the hunt for the best one. This one, why I love it. First of all, it genius. You don't have to like have the little thing like sticking up. You don't have to like, oh, it's so good, man. But this one has a cold shoe mount. This one has a cold shoe mount at the top. So you can mount a light, you can mount a microphone, like the little Shure one, which is great. This one also has a rotating little guy like this. So once you put it in there, tension mounted like this, only on one side. But once you kind of shove it in there, you just kind of rotate around. Perfect. This also has a tightening screw. So if you want to do a holding it out and having it face you, you can kind of tilt it back just a little bit, which is awesome. This one though, if we were going to not give it good marks, see how the other one went all the way like 180 to like this way flat. This is more like not quite 30 degrees and then all the way flat. So this one though, boom, boom. So sweet though, right? This one's cool. And if I had to take off marks for something, this one, the reason I would give it lower marks, while it does have a little remote for Bluetooth, this one's not rechargeable. You have to actually put in a replacement battery. So you have to unscrew the back and put in a replacement battery. So if it dies, there's no recharge. You have to go out and buy some little weird little battery. So I wish it was like the others that have the rechargeable micro USB one, or I almost wish it didn't have one at all. But there's that, folds down just like that. So it packs up nice and easy. Like, dude, this is combining the Autumn Tech, that first one. Where was it? I feel like this is a combination of this Autumn Tech one. If you look at them, they're very, very similar to this one and the Tone Up. It's like a little, as if they had a little baby. So once you're here, this is also one that does not have the button to like spread the legs. I don't know how else to say that. So you really got to get your finger in there, pull it apart. Boom, like this. There you go. And this one goes up to 64 inches tall. So this one is taller than the other two. This one has a lot of stuff I like about it. Like I said, I bought 2 of them, so I was willing to overlook some of the stuff. But even without the little remote and even without the little cold shoe, I really like this one too. This is like my second favorite. And then the Autumn Tech and the Tone of and those other are like maybe third, which is surprising because I really thought that this one was my favorite one until I discovered these guys. And this one's more expensive. So you can buy either one of these for less money, and especially this one for less money. So, and actually you could buy pretty much all 3 of these for the same cost as the SwitchPod. So you could buy all 3 of these, have one in your car, because you just never know when you're out someplace and you see an Instagrammable wall, as some people say. If you wanted to set that up, you can throw this, if you are a lady, a lot of the time in your purse, something like that. So I have it going to be traveling in my backpack, but you can have 3 of these for the same cost of the SwitchPod. I'm not saying you should. I'm just giving an example. Just giving an example there, okay? So those are all 3 of the little tripods. Do you have a favorite? Andrew, if you're still out there, do you have a favorite one? I'd be curious to know. All right. Now, I have a couple of other, I think. Oh, I have to show you guys something really cool. I was so proud of myself. And I want to show you guys this hack. Here to make your lives easier. All right. So I just picked up this DJI Bluetooth. No, it's, sorry, DJI little microphones. Now this one, when you open it up, this has 2 receivers and it has a little transmitter. This can be used on your camera. This can be used on a cell phone. This can be used like on a GoPro or something like that. So this one has lots of cool options. However, this is not what I want to talk to you about. What I want to talk to you about, and it's also on sale. This is my hack for being able to also have a wireless like a really cool mic situation. So let's say you're traveling and you have a shirt that you don't want to clip onto or something like that. Check this out. Check this out. This is the Insta 360, like a little travel GoPro looking thing. That's a tiny one. They have this necklace that you can like magnetically stick it on. You know where I'm going with this. Look. Wireless microphone setup. How cool is this? So if you, yeah, like I said, if you have something that you can't pin on, or you know, you don't want to mess up that way, or you don't have any way to clip this onto you, you just clip it onto this necklace. You could also wear the necklace underneath like a t-shirt. This. Hi, here's my microphone and I'm vlogging and you're gonna get awesome audio. Like, hello. Is this not ingenious? I mean, obviously mine's a little low. You can tighten up the necklace, but like, and y'all are going to lose your mind with this. Guess how much this is? Because it's on sale right now. They're only $5, but right now it's on sale for $4. $4. So I bought 2 of them, one for each mic. I wouldn't be mad about buying a backup either. Like, look at that. How cool is that? It's not going to mess up your shirt. Bam. Like, stop it. Stop it. There's also little windscreens for it. Windscreens. You hear that? Windscreens. And they work just like the Rode ones do. You kind of put it in. Hopefully. I can't see it. Okay, let me take it off. I don't know why I'm making it harder on myself putting it on the necklace. Boom, boom, boom. If you're enjoying this music, by the way, like I said, I got it at the oh, I'm doing it on the input one. That's why. So, boom. I'm sorry, but it's friggin' phenomenal. Look at that. Look at that. Such a good idea, man. And if you just don't want it to move around as much, like I said, under your shirt, bam. Look at that. So good. Such a good idea. I'm so proud of myself. You just got to make it work. Anyways, that's that is just, I would say, like a quintessential needed accessory for this. Now, I chose to go with this one too versus the Rode Wireless Go 2 because I have used that one before and I hated the like 6 cables that you need because you need to charge each thing individually. So I guess it's 3, but still it's so annoying. Each one of them has its own, and this you just charge the case and charges everything inside. It's great. I think this is mad at me right now because I'm also going over the top of my headphones. So there we go. How easy is this though? This is like a $4 solution to like being able to figure out where to put the microphone. Man. People, man. Genius. Genius. So, such a good idea. And then I just tossed it in the little accessory baggie that it comes with for the mic pouch. So like I said, I bought 2 of them. Such a good idea. So proud of myself when I saw that those fit. I betcha it would work, you know, with all sorts of other mics too. So if Rode Wireless Go did have that like kind of magnetic situation instead of the clippy thing going on, you could probably do this too. Now, one thing I also didn't like about it is you don't have that case that holds all of the pieces like this one. You usually have to end up buying a charging case and it's like $45, $50 additional. And it's like, oh my gosh, now it's getting more and more and more expensive versus this one, which is already, I mean, it's just a little bit more expensive, but also has a couple of other cool features. Like if you're taking off the audio, instead of on the road having to go into it, connect it to your computer and take off each track individually, which maybe you're in Seattle and then maybe you're somewhere else and then maybe somewhere else. You have to record each one of them, right? And then, oh my gosh, Andrew, that's so cool. If there's something that you want to chat about, by the way, I'm live streaming on Amazon and all of the products I'm talking about today are in the little carousel or whatever you call it. If there's something in there that you want to chat about, I'm happy to chat about it. Totally happy to. So what were we talking about? Oh, with the DJI, the little case is so compact and it is included, and the mic, when you hook it up, you can record directly onto the microphone like 13, 14 hours. And you can also do it in all these different modes. So you can have like one where it's like you and a safety channel, which is at 6 decibels lower, so that in case something gets blown out or something, you still have like a backup channel. You can do mono, you can do stereo, you can do all kinds of cool stuff and record just with it, or you can hook it into your cell phone or GoPro or whatever, or into your camera, which is really cool. So you can kind of manipulate it however you want to. Plus it has a longer distance and range than the Rode. So there's all sorts of cool things. I will say that the Rode does have, I have the little microphone for it, and I can show you it's over here, but it does work with the DJI, but because the DJI has the little magnet at the very top, it doesn't go all the way down, but it's like, you can still use it. It's still usable. And like I said, you've got the necklace and the cool stuff, right? Yeah, the necklace, it was only $4. I mean, I bought 2 when they were $5. So, I mean, but still, it's such a good deal. They're 20% off right now. So it's $4. So I bought 2 of them, 1 for each. So yeah, I'm so excited that you are finding something that you wanted. That makes me happy. Although, wait, Andrew, you don't live here in Seattle anymore. You moved down to like California and stuff, huh? Yeah, you did. Never mind. I was going to say I have an online yard sale. Okay, so what else do we still have to talk about? We talked about the little necklace. We talked about the microphones. Okay. I have to show you guys my backpack. And I know you're like, my backpack for realsies. But no, wait. It's cool. It's the tech backpack. So we're going to talk about this. I'm so excited to show you, share it with y'all. Okay. So when I was saying before that this little guy fits perfectly in the side of my backpack, I'm going to show you which backpack I was talking about. Move this. Mute that, mute that, mute that. You guys, you can't see it. You have no idea. I waited a year and a half for this backpack to come in. Okay. I waited like a year and a half because I did this on like Kickstarter because that was the first way it was available. And now finally you can get it on Amazon. Yeah. Anyways, this is the Peter Mckinnon. Enough about that. Sorry. That was just me complaining. This is the Peter Mckinnon one. Watch this. Watch this. It fits so perfectly. I have too many tripods are falling off the table. I do it so I don't even have to like fasten it. Look, it fits so well on here. And wait. I have another trick here. You can also just fasten it. Because the backpack is like bigger in the back than it is in the front, I will, this is what I was doing. I will end up doing this where I just tilt it backwards. I don't know if that like makes sense. I just tilt it backwards a little bit and it fits along this like side perfectly. So the little water bottle sides and stuff for holding a tripod, they just pop out and they're magnetic when they close. And then they do have on the sides the little spot where you can put your little strappies if you're putting something like a tripod, or, you know, or tall. So these little, there's like that. Now, I love the Peter Mckinnon original backpack, and I have it, and I can show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you in a second, but it's just really, really large, and it's really good if you're traveling, maybe, but not if you're just like poking around every day, or if you're someone of a little bit smaller of a size. This is the backpack for you. I'm telling you. Wait till you see this. You're just gonna, well, maybe you won't lose it. I can't predict what's gonna happen to you, but check this out. This part up here, they call it like the loft. I call it the garage. You can call it whatever you want to. And so it has like a little zipper up here. And let's see. It's got these little pouchies on the side, so you can put some stuff in there quickly. But this is all your like quick stuff. This could be like a little vlog setup. This could be where you put your phone, wallet, keys type stuff, all that kind of goodness. But you're going to see this here in the back. You're going to be able to access it from the back too. Just wait. It's so good. It's such a good idea. Okay. We're going to get there. It also has the little strappy area things on the side. So if you wanted to strap something to the front, you could. It also, here, in the back, has your pocket, sleeve, whatever you want to call it, for your laptop. And then, oh, you guys, this is the best part. Dun, dun, dun. Check this out. I don't know how to hold it. By the way, this backpack, if you set it down on the ground, stands up by itself. No falling over. Oh, so good. Look at this. These little camera cube organizations, we're going to talk about it here in just a second, but also, here's the back of it. So this is the back of your laptop one. And this guy, also, 2 zipper mesh thingies. This is where I traveled and I kept like an extra phone in here as my vlog setup. I kept like my battery pack. I kept extra cables, stuff like that, all kind of like nice and neat in here. So good. Now this guy, here's the pocket. You can access the back if you needed to. But I don't know how best to show this. These little camera cubes, which you buy separately. So you could have like a drone setup. You could have a camera setup. You could have a lens setup in one of these little baskets. I don't know. Boom. And they have little interchangeable guys inside, so you can make them different sizes, which is really cool. So if you wanted to and you don't want any cubes at all, then you just have this huge section in here that you can just fill like with clothes, equipment, whatever. But this little guy has a tabby. Boom. So if you just want to use one camera cube or just pack it with whatever, you can pack it down here. And then on the inside, if you have a really big setup that you want to be able to do like lens down without having to take it off, anything like that, you could do that. If you wanted to, you could also just fill this with clothes and whatnot. You could also take this camera cube and push it down here in the bottom. So it has like a really deep type of setup with the thing in the bottom. Like so many customizable ways to do this. It's really however you best see yourself using this. So you're able to do that. And then when you come back to it, like I said, you can pop this down again. And you can also, because these are rectangular but square, you can turn these in this separate direction too. So either direction that you want to do is fine. Or you can take out and just do one section, or you can take both of these out and just have a really big backpack area to put like clothes and such. So I think this one is really, really ingenious. But if you want to see how its size compares to the other one, I'm going to show you. So let me show you this, and then let me also show you the sling. Now the sling, because I think there's a cool feature about the sling. The slings fit into the original Peter Mckinnon bag at the very top. Yeah, it's like, okay. So this is the 8-liter sling. Okay. Now this guy has like these little strappies. So if you want to put like a tripod or something like that, you can do that at the bottom. So it just kind of would be at the bottom of your bag. It also, the other on the back too, also has a luggage pass through, and they also have the little pirate things. You can't really see it in the emblazing, but embossed. It's got a pirate thing on it, and you can put this. So if you want to put this on your luggage, you can totally do that on your roller bag. Now the cool thing about this, it opens like a little hinge like this. Boom. And it's got tons of pockets and zippers and stuff. So if you have like, you know, like batteries, memory cards, like filters, stuff like that, you have all of this space to do it. Plus you have an additional set of pockets here, which is really cool. Then you have this part, which if you didn't notice, the inside of all the bags, they all have this like brown quilted type of feeling. And they all have these removable and Velcro-y type of things that you can kind of like move around. So this one's really cool because you can do all that. But let's say you are wearing this as a sling, you're taking it out, and then you want to do like a camera lens switch, something like that, because you have a camera lens in here. One nice thing is they have this little one strap like this, and there's one back hook right here. And you just actually hook it on there, and it's enough to keep it from spilling open without having to zip it. So you can then keep going with whatever you need to be doing, shooting, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, okay, let me just close this real quick. I can keep shooting and not do the fun dance of like the zippers. You know what I mean? So you can then just go until you have time to actually then zip up. But isn't that so smart? I think it's pretty smart. Okay, so let's talk about the big backpack though. Let's talk the big backpack. I think it's also on sale right now because a lot of the nomadic stuff is on sale for Prime Day. Okay. By the way, backpacks are really hard to show off, apparently. All right, so I'm going to back up a little. This is the Peter Mckinnon like original backpack. This is the everyday backpack. So this is the little sister. This is the big brother, however you want to say it. This is 35 liters. This is 25 liters, I believe. But like you can see, they're quite different. I love the camera cube organization stuff of the everyday backpack. I think it's perfect. I've traveled with it now. Where did I go? I went to Podfest down in Orlando. I took it. It held everything I needed inside of it. It was perfect. This is the original Peter Mckinnon. I don't know if you can see. it's quite substantial. It's quite large, quite a bit larger. So if you're looking at the front of it, you do have, oh, I think I unzipped it. You do have one little pocket here. Did I unzip it? No, I didn't. Boom, here. That you can hook your keys into. It has like one little divider section in here. It's really hard to show a backpack, y'all. I'm so sorry. It has one little backpack in here. And then I love the little hidden pirate details in here. It has a little pirate skull and it says fly the flag. So this in here, this is your cell phone. This is your passport. This is all of that goodness. Then in this guy, this is your area where you end up packing some of your clothes, usually like rolled or in some sort of compression cube. So you've got an individual, this is split down the center here, little pocket. And there is the same here. So it is split down the middle. It's not one solid one. On the opposite side, you've also got all kinds of zippies. So the whole thing zips out like this. And then you've got smaller zippies too. So one that goes halfway. It's so hard to show backpack. And one that's like black. And then zippies here. And if you find that you needed some more space along this one, they do have the ability to be able to expand. Let me show you. But I'll show you that here in a second. Okay. On the sides, this is your side access, which I think is not my favorite because it really means that you have to be configured in a specific orientation to be able to grab your camera out the side. And I just don't find myself ever using that. So I was glad that they took it out of the new bag. This is nice because they do have straps on it no matter which orientation you're carrying it. I don't know if you can see it. There's a strap here. There's also a strap across the top. This backpack also stands up on its own if you are traveling with it, so no falling over. And there's also then one additional strap on this side. So no matter pretty much which side you're holding it on, and the bottom, still a strap. You want to put this on your luggage roller. It goes up back through here. You can totally do that as well. And then you have the little pirate insignia right here too, which you can't see. All right. So this guy also has your laptop sleeve for your computer, up to 16 inches. And then the backpack part. This is the worst. Let me turn up my light. By the way, I don't know if you... I have this light also in my carousel. I love this light because you're able to play around with like lighting, special effects, change the color, the warmness. Like, it's pretty sweet. Let me see. And it has a, like, it works via Bluetooth and remote. So as I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, I should really try and make it brighter. There you go. Now it's brighter, right? Pretty cool. Plus I can do special effects like make it look like paparazzi or firecrackers or like a burning building, like fire, all kinds of cool stuff. Anyways, to the backpack. It does have like a little area. If you wanted to, I don't know, stick like a tablet or something in there, maybe you could. It has lots of, again, individual zippies. I have extra straps for if I need to strap something onto the sides or whatnot. And here we go. Try to best show this. This again has a lot of those individual compartment type things. So this is also the waist strap, which is removable and you can, you know, put on, or like I said, all of these little guys, mostly the brown, it has like the little pirate insignia on it, which is really nice. But this is like, this is a big backpack. Now, one thing, like I said, I was going to show you is that this backpack should fit the sling in the top. So you could take this as your backpack, and then when you're ready for a day of shooting, something like that, then you just take the little sling with you, and it totally fits in the top here. So this little sling fits in the top, which is cool. It does not fit in the top of the 25 liter, but it does fit in the top of the 35 liter. It's nice. I like that. I have a trip coming up, and I'm contemplating if I should take the big one because it is for travel, or if I should take the little one just because it's so much easier to travel with. Decisions. I'll say there is a weight difference too. This backpack is definitely heavier than the other one, which makes sense, but just something to keep in mind. There was one other thing I was going to show you. Where is it? Let's see. One of these things is not like the other. Gotta see where the zipper takes itself. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's so many zippers, y'all. So this one right here, if you found yourself packing and you didn't have enough room for clothes, this little guy pops out. It's kind of like a little compression cube now. And it gives you additional clothing storage in the front. So that is an additional space now that you have to pack more shirts, more all that kind of stuff. I will say what's really funny is every time I watch one of their videos about how they pack their bags, it's like, look at all these shirts and sweaters and shoes. They don't show any pants. Apparently they like don't pack pants. So I just find that funny. You just one pair, just the pair that you're wearing. I don't know. It's such a big backpack, but this works as a carry-on. So if you wanted to do that, and look at that, you can't see it, but it stands up on its own. So cool, man. It's so cool. All right. We've talked about all the backpacks. We talked about, all right. Is there anything left in the carousel that we haven't? Hey, Dr. Elo, great to see you over here on Amazon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Appreciate you for popping through. So great. Oh, the other thing that I mentioned that I did take with me, just as a FYI. I used to have all of these battery banks that were micro USB charged, which is just an extra cable to carry. This one is USB-C, y'all. USB-C and quick charging, and has 2 outputs, and it's 20,000 milliamps in here. This is perfect. And it has this cool fabric outside. And I'm so mad because it's on sale now for way cheaper than I bought it. I bought it at full price at like $60. Still thinking like, I still want it. It's now like $20 off, y'all. So if you're looking for a good battery bank, this one's heavy, but it's worth it. 2 like fast powered charging. And after you're done charging it through USB-C, it can also then charge out. So it's in and out USB-C. Right. So good. So good. So buy it now for cheaper than I got it for, because I bought it for $60. It's on sale currently for Prime Day for $39. Such a good deal. Such a good deal. So I would definitely encourage you to buy this one. I've been really happy with this one. I took it with me on a little day trip, you know, and like, I don't know, your phone just dies. Or at least it does for me, because I use a lot of video, which ends up using a lot of juice. Okay. Oh yes. The last thing I could tell you is the lights. Dude, seriously, right? It has like different colors. It can do special effects. If I want to make it look like it's paparazzi effect in here, maybe I can do it while I'm live streaming. Here, let me see. Let's see. So it comes with access to the Sidus app, and you can group multiple lights. So my dream is to have 2 of these lights, one on each side, because I have this and then like a ring light. But you can change like they have these quick buttons to go to like certain Kelvin levels. So like 3200, make it look like 5600, like daylight, and could possibly be affected. I'm going to do the paparazzi one. Here we go. And you can change how like frequently it does it, how fast it does it, what level it does it at, what frequency. Here, I'm really popular, so I'm on the red carpet and they're really giving me a lot of. So I'll stop doing that one. I can do fireworks. So it's supposed to like mimic what it looks like if you were watching fireworks. And it's lighting up the sky. Is baby, you're a firework, right? They also have one that looks like lightning. Here we go. How cool is that? Okay. It will also do like mimic as if you're watching television and you're seeing a screen happen in front of you. So it's like changing in different dynamics. And then they have strobe, explosions, fire. So here's fire. Let me do fire. Fire. I'm sorry, but these are cool. So. I'll just come back here to a regular light and do a quarter, or I can go switch to like a half. Boom. And that's just one light. So imagine if you have multiple lights and you're telling them you can program these scenes. So you can program like multiple rooms and scenes and stuff. Like, yeah, it's really, really cool. I kind of think that one that is special is like good enough, but I'm like, it's not that much more to do. So I was thinking of getting like the 100 or, you know, without the special effects, but I really like it. So I might get another of the same light. I might just get another of the other light. I wish y'all could weigh in on decisions there. But let me just go back. I believe that we have now covered everything that is in, I think we've covered everything that's in the carousel. Let me see. If there's anything that we didn't hit, please let me know that you want to chat about. We did all the selfie sticks. We did the nomadic stuff. We did more selfie sticks, more microphones. Oh, I guess we could come back and unplug the microphone from power and see if it gets rid of that crackle. Let's do that really quickly. It was on microphone input 4, I believe. So let's unplug it. I think we should be charged. And I need a cold shoe. Hi, buddy. My dog is coming over here to tell me that it's time for treats. He doesn't want to hear no for an answer with that. This in. Let's plug this mic back in. It's hard because the cable's really short. Maybe I can move this closer to me. There we go. That's a little better. Turn it. And I think it was mic input 4. No, it's still mad at me. It could just be in vicinity to all these other mics too. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, I gotta get it away from stuff. This is the Deity V3 Mic Pro. Is that right? This is the Deity Shotgun Mic D3 V Pro. There you go. So there's that. All right. Yeah, I think we covered it all. Y'all, I'm so excited that you were here to hang out with me. I can't believe I gabbed on for almost 2 hours about fun accessories. And we didn't even cover some stuff that's in this room. Just FYI. Like all my streaming gear and what I'm using, the cameras, the stream deck, all the lights. Well, one of the lights we covered. Well, I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. If you have questions about anything, please hit that follow button. Ask so that I can, chat with you about it, because what fun it is. What fun it is. I'm going to say you're welcome. You're welcome, Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me. Boom. All right. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I'll see you.